ॐ श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करं शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। ॐ नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं दैवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्. Now let's chant the Gita Mahatmyam all together. Gita Shastramidam Punyam यः पठेत् प्रयतः पुमान् विष्णो पदमवाप्नोति भयशोकादिवर्जितः। गीताध्ययनशीलस्य प्राणायामपरस्य च नैव सन्ति हि पापानि पूर्वजन्मकृतानि च मलनिर्मोचनं पुंसां जलस्नानं दिने दिने सकृद्गीताम्भसि स्नानं संसारमलनाशनम्। गीता सुगीता कर्तव्या किमन्यैः शास्त्रविस्तरैः या स्वयं पद्मनाभस्य मुखपद्माद्विनिसृता भारतामृतसर्वस्वं विष्णोर्वक्त्राद्विनिसृतं गीता गङ्गोदकं पीत्वा पुनर्जन्म न विद्यते। सर्वोपनिषदो गावः दुग्धा गोपालनन्दनः पार्थो वत्सः सुधीर्भोक्ता दुग्धं गीतामृतं महत्। एकं शास्त्रं देवकी पुत्रगीतम् एको देवो देवकी पुत्र एव एको मन्त्रस्तस्य नामानि यानि कर्माप्येकं तस्य देवस्य सेवा। गीता शास्त्रम् इदं पुण्यं यः पठेत् प्रयतः पुमान् विष्णो पदममाप्नोति भयशोकादिवर्जितः. The first verse of the Gita Mahatmyam by Adi Shankaracharya says, the one who has this punyam to study the Gita Shastram, attains Vishnoho Paramam Padam. And Shankaracharya explains that what is the Paramapadam of Vishnu? It is not a loka, conditioned in time and space, but it is the Swarupananda. Moksha Prapti is the Vishnoho Paramam Padam. And what else? The Gita says one will become Bhaya Shokadi Varjitaha, free from fear, sorrow, Adi Padartha. Whatever I don't want, Anishtam, the samsara, one will be free from that. So, how does the Bhagavad Gita fulfill this promise? By unfolding the Vedic way of life and the Vedic vision. So that is why at the end of the chapter, we glorify both. Yoga Shastra is the way of life and Brahma Vidya is the vision. So in the vision of the Upanishads or the Gita or any Moksha Shastra, what is the vision? That we are all Amrita Putras and Amrita Putris. This is how we are addressed. Children of immortality. So the Gita says you are really Amritam. There is no death for you. You are Ajaha, no birth. You are Avyayam, no change. You are Ananda Swarupa Atma. limitless, you are Nityam. Nityam means free from time, and free from time means free from karma. So, Nitya Shuddha Buddha Mukta Satya Swabhavaha, this is our true nature. But because of the ignorance of this fact, which is the virus, yeah, that has infected the mind and leading to this buildup, situations of stress, tension, frustration, disappointment, anger, fear, grief. And we become like Arjuna in various situations in life. So Krishna is right away giving the Aushadam in the form of this Atma Jnanam from the verse 11 onwards. Yeah. So if I am really Ananda Sarupa Atma, then who is this I who is playing the roles? Who has this Namarupa? Who has desires, goals, and ambitions? Yeah, who is sometimes happy, sometimes sad and anxious like Arjuna, who's attending the Gita classes. So Bhagavad Gita says this is the Jivatma. And over the chapters, Gita is going to say, but the Jivatma is none other than Paramatma, Paramatma Swarupa. So Tattvamasi Mahavakyam is the goal of the 18 chapters of the Bhagavad Gita. Now, all of us have desires, ambitions, and goals. Yeah, and they're all valid. Yeah, we've all pursued a career and we wanted property perhaps, or a status, some name, fame, we traveled, wrote a book, settled down, have a family, or in the process of all these goals are continuing, they're all valid. But the Bhagavad Gita asks us to examine the seeking. Yeah. What is the nature of the seeking? Having more things in life or achieving more or doing more things, does it mean I'll be more happy, more contented, more secure? Obviously, the answer is no. You know, that BMW, that branded watch, that Samsung Galaxy that I saved up for and even borrowed a loan did give me happiness, but limited time. 3 months, 6 months, then I have to change the model of the car or the watch or the phone. Yeah. So the Bhagavad Gita says, what is the one desire behind or underlying all these desires? It is moksha. It is freedom. Yeah, it is freedom and it is happiness. And Gita says that is your true nature already. Yeah, that is who you are, but you do not know it. So you see how the Bhagavad Gita is going to redefine the concepts of success and happiness. Yeah. What is success according to the Bhagavad Gita? If you can manage any situation in life, without going along the roller coaster, if you have an emotionally stable, psychologically independent life, you are the most successful person. If you've managed your raga dveshas. And if you can be happy with or without possessions, with or without a title, with or without people, you are the happiest person. Yeah. So this is how Bhagavad Gita redefines everything. Now, there is often a misconception amongst people that if I study the Bhagavad Gita, I will become very dull. I will lose interest and passion. Yeah. Will I have to give up my habits, coffee, tea habit? Will I have to give up my relationships? No. The Bhagavad Gita is not going to alter anything in the external world. Yeah, its message is stay where you are. You don't have to give up anything. But there is a cognitive shift. And the student of the Gita will find that inner core identity changing to more stable ground so that we are able to appreciate and enjoy life in a more deeper way. Yeah? Being anchored, being emotionally stable, and mature person. So, really, that emotion management is a huge chunk and the very basis of the Gita teachings. So now let us move forward in the chapter 2, which is called Sankhya Yoga, and we have covered up to 25. So now let us chant the 26th shloka. Atha Chainam, beginning with that. Oh, we have to do 25th also. Yes. 25th. 25th. Avyaktoyamachintyoyam. Avikaryoyamuchyate. Tasmadevam viditvainam. Nanushocitumarhasi. Avyaktoyamachintyoyam. Avikaryoyamuchyate. Tasmadevam viditvainam. Nanushocitumarhasi. Here, Krishna his message is that there is nothing, shoka vishaya. Yeah, what are you grieving for? There are only facts to be faced and addressed. So, avyaktaha ayam, achintyaha ayam, avikaryaha ayam, uchyate. Who is this ayam? Atma. Ayam is this Atma under discussion. Yeah. Tasmad evam viditva enam na anushochitum arhasi. So, I am Atma. Krishna continues, and we saw some very important shlokas. Veda vinashinam nityam ya enamajam avyayam. So, the whole description of Atma was described as Akarta, Bhokta, Avyayam, Ajaha, Amrityuh, Shashvatah, Puranaha, Sanatanaha, and so on. All highly contemplative words for Nididhyasanam. And a few more shlokas are there, and this one also. Avyaktaha means na vyaktaha. That is, Atma is not a tangible object to be experienced. It is unmanifest, but it is ease. Yeah. So it requires a very subtle mind to grasp the easiness of anything in the world. No? Like look at this prasadam today, banana. Yeah. Now you can't have this nama rupa banana without the adhara of easiness. So in Vedanta we say banana fruit namarupa is a adhyasa, superimposition on easiness. So without easiness we can't have any object. That is avyaktaha. Ayam. Then achintyaha. Can we visualize or conceptualize about the Atma? No. Yeah, there is no categorizing about Atma also. Achintyaha. Then avikaryaha. It is not subject to vikaras. The Shad vikaras, we saw that. Anything born. Asti, jayate, vardhate, viparinamate, apakshiyate, vinashyati. So, there is a change, sixfold change, which is not there for Atma. Tasmad. So what? Therefore, Arjuna, knowing this, evam viditva, knowing this, enam, this Atma enam, na anushochitum arhasi. So this is why, Krishna says, Panditaha na anushochanti. So the Panditas are the Jnanis. Why are they always peaceful and happy? Do they always have good prarabdha? No, they are anchored in this understanding that I am Atma. Atmani, Atmana, Tushtaha. And I will not grieve for anything anatma. Yeah. So anatma is useful. Anatma we appreciate. But anatma comes and goes. Yeah. What is the use of clinging on to anatma? Very clear about that. So here Krishna says, na anushochitam arhasi. So why are you having shoka? Earlier on we saw that, no? It says Arjuna, Krishna says you cannot really kill Bhishma and Drona. Yeah, that Atma is always there. Like your Atma, like my Atma. And bodies are destined to die from some nimittam cause in the world. Yeah, at some point or the other, this fact also has to be accepted. So why are you grieving? Avyaktoyamachintyoyam avikaryoyamuchyate tasmadevam viditvainam nanushochitumarhasi. 26. Atha chainam nityajatam nityam va manyase mritam नित्यजातं नित्यं वा मन्यसे मृतं तथापि त्वं महाबाहो नैवं शोचितुमर्हसि अथ चैनं नित्यजातं नित्यं वा मन्यसे मृतं तथापि त्वं महाबाहो नैवं शोचितुमर्हसि Atha, this word atha is very important, is given the significance of Om. It is said that Brahmadev began the Srishti with these two words 3 times. Atha Om, Atha Om, Atha Om. In fact, Shastras give 12 meanings for Atha. Yeah. So Atha can be now or hereafter. So now, Arjuna, cha enam. This Atma, Nitya Jatam Nityam Va Manyase Mritam. Tatha api tvam he Mahabaho Sambodhana na evam shochitum arhasi. Shochitum arhasi. So that arha dhatu is deserved, to be capable of. So you don't deserve to grieve. Na anushochitum arhasi. So here look at how Krishna addresses Arjuna. Hey Mahabaho. Mahabaho means mighty armed. So Krishna is implying that physically you are a mighty warrior, but where is your Manobalam now? Your Bahubalam is there. But what is this mental weakness that you are crumbling, and hesitating? So here Krishna says, if you think that one is born, Nitya Jatam, one is always born and dies and is born again. Punarjanma will always be there. Tathapi tvam na evam shochitum arhasi. Then also there is no cause for grief because वो वापस आएगा. वापस आएगा, आते रहेंगे. So, this one niece of mine, she, when we asked her, do you want to join the study of Moksha Shastra like Gita? No, I want to come back for 2-3 more births. I want to enjoy and then we will think about moksha. So that's okay. But you never know, Prarabdha can change even for such people. Yeah. So there is a time for everybody. So Krishna has earlier spoken, no, Vasamsi Jirnani Yatha Vihaya, yeah, Aparani Grinhati Naraha Jirnani. That how death is a transition. It is like going out of a door and entering into another door. Change of costumes. Okay, Arjuna, if you can understand this much, then also there is no cause for grief because there is no real destruction. There is only a coming and a going. So why do you feel that you will be guilty of killing Bhishma and Drona? Okay. So you should not grieve. अथ चैनं नित्यजातं नित्यं वा मन्यसे मृतं तथापि त्वं महाबाहो नैवं शोचितुमर्हसि. Now, why should one not grieve, for that which is born and dies and is reborn is again elaborated in the next shloka, very famous shloka 27. जातस्य हि ध्रुवो मृत्युः ध्रुवं जन्म मृतस्य च तस्मादपरिहार्येथे न त्वं शोचितुमर्हसि. जातस्य हि ध्रुवो मृत्युः ध्रुवं जन्म मृतस्य च तस्माद् परिहार्येथे शोचितुमर्हसि. जातस्य हि ध्रुवः मृत्युः. Jatasya means for the one who is born. What is the one certain thing? Mrityuhu. So birth and death are two sides of the same coin. We don't know about anything else in our prarabdha unfolding, but this is certain that when there is a date of manufacture or appearance, then there is a date of expiry. So Jatasya hi dhruvaha. Dhruvaha means certain. It is certain for the one who is born. Jatasya, what is dhruvaha? Mrityuhu. But mrityuhu of what? Body. Yeah. The body undergoes the transition. Mrityuhu. Then dhruvam janma mritasya cha. And for the one who dies, what is again certain? Birth. Yeah. Except for a jnani. We have seen how a jnani who has gained self-knowledge like Ramana Maharishi, at the end, what do they keep saying? Where will I go? I was here, I am here, I will continue. They wanted to comfort their devotees. So jnanis don't go anywhere. There is no coming and going for the jnanis. But for the others, others, there is the Sukshma Shariram will travel. And that is what is meant here. That for the one who is born, Mrityu is certain, depending on the Prarabdha. And for the one who is no more there, the subtle Shariram has departed, definitely there will be a birth in a new environment. And how is that decided? Law of karma. So we are all born in one life with a certain momentum. That momentum was defined in the earlier birth. Whatever we have done, at the end of the previous birth, the trajectory of that subtle shariram, sukshma shariram, is determined by the bunch of samskaras. Yeah. So that gives a momentum to this life. Then again, what do we do with this life will determine what is the momentum with which the jiva will leave this body. So, dhruvam janma mritasya cha. Now, all this is unfolded in great detail, especially in chapter 6 of the Bhagavad Gita. So, Krishna says that for that which is born, death is certain. And for the one who dies, birth is dhruvam. And both birth and death, do we know when it's going to happen? Fortunately, it's a mystery and it is veiled from our understanding. But the sequence of Janma Mrityu is inevitable. It is cyclic. This is the law of nature. Whether it is a tree, a bird, an animal, jiva, celestial, this is certain. So then, second line, tasmat apariharye arthe natvam shochitam arhasi. Now the word parihara, let us understand parihara. Parihara means a remedial measure. So like, in our horoscope, horoscope is really horoscope, because there will be some mention of some dosha, shani dosha or pitra dosha, something will be there. Astrologers will say, and then what else will say? You have to do this parihara, that parihara. You go to the Shiva temple, offer for 11 Mondays on, milk abhishekam, or you do annadanam. Those are called pariharas, remedial measures, and they may work also, because they generate punyam. And punyam are the antibodies which neutralize the papa. Yeah? So it is all shraddha based. Nobody can prove this. Yeah? But here, what does Krishna say? Tasmat, this fact of life, that death is certain for one who is born and life is certain for one who is dead, it is apariharya. There is no remedy for this. Although in Ayurveda they talk about kaya, kalpa and all, rejuvenation therapies by which one can live longer, they claim. But no, the quality of life may improve and, but apariharya, this fact is apariharya, and it is not possible to prolong the life indefinitely. So in that case, apariharye arthe, in the case of this unavoidable situation, na shochitum arhasi. You should not grieve, Arjuna. Yeah, because it is a fact. And, facts have to be faced and then addressed. Okay. Remember the story of Parikshit. Yeah, Parikshit, who was Parikshit? Son of Abhimanyu. And Abhimanyu was the son of Arjuna. So, Parikshit was cursed, in the Srimad Bhagavatam is a story that he will live for 7 more days and then he will be stung by this Takshaka, the snake. So then what did Parikshit do? He's the only person who knew he had 7 more days left. So he renounced the kingdom. He went to the Ganga and sought refuge at the feet of the Shuka Maharaj, son of Vyasacharya, and said, I want the liberating knowledge. And he listens to the Bhagavata Katha. And Shuka says, you are so fortunate, you know you have 7 days left. None of us know, when that Antakala will come and whether we are prepared or not. So then Parikshit, he made his mind so steady and so calm, and he attained that liberating knowledge. So like that, one Mahatma was also asked, how is it, what is the secret of your happiness and peace? Yeah. Then the Mahatma said, I live every day as if it were my last day. If we knew that if we had 1 day or 7 days or 1 month left, what would we do? We will send them sorry emails and patch up WhatsApp messages. I'm sorry I did this. We won't pick up an argument, grievances, we'll do annadanam. All good things only we'll do. No? So that is the secret of my peace and happiness. Yeah. So here this shloka is talking about one who can accept the fact of one's own mortality. Yeah. Then only that person only really lives. Is it not? Now, otherwise, as they say, we are dying every moment from the fear of death. As another Mahatma said, whenever it has to happen, it will happen, death. And it will happen in a beautiful manner, which means it is destined. So why are you already under the spell and the fear of death? Yeah? Either you or you're causing somebody else, in this case, Arjuna's case. Okay? जातस्य हि ध्रुवो मृत्युः ध्रुवं जन्म मृतस्य च तस्मादपरिहार्येथे न त्वं शोचितुमर्हसि 28 अव्यक्तादीनि भूतानि व्यक्तमध्यानि भारत अव्यक्तनिधनान्येव तत्र का परिदेवना अव्यक्तादीनि भूतानि व्यक्तमध्यानि भारत अव्यक्तनिधनान्येव तत्र का परिदेवना अव्यक्तादीनि भूतानि व्यक्तमध्यानि हे भारत अव्यक्तनिधनानि एव तत्र का परिदेवना? A rhetorical question here by Krishna. You see, Krishna, he does not sympathize with Arjuna, and does not say Ayo Pao and all that. I understand your situation, I would feel the same. No. He's a true friend, and now the role of the guru is not going to allow this lamentation to go on. No? So sometimes we need a strong voice, to dismiss that shoka in the mind, yeah, and to uplift a person. So that is what Krishna is doing now. So he says Bhutani. Bhutani is us. So whatever is Panchabhautikam, all the Jivatmas, they are Vyaktam, Bhutani Vyaktam in the middle. Yeah, Madhyani. So here it is said that, see, right now, during the course of the Prarabdha, that is after Janma, all the Bhutanis are what? Vyaktam. Vyaktam means manifest, tangible. We can do Vyavahara, and there are bodies through which the Atma can express itself. But what about before the birth? All the Jivatmas were Avyaktam. So here it is said Adini. Adi means in the beginning, that is before. What about our previous lives? Who were we? Where were we? In which continent? And who were our families? Avyaktam. Mystery, we do not know. Good, we don't know. Otherwise, those enemies may be in our family in this Janma. So sometimes it feels like that, especially with teenage children. We feel that, what Papa might have done. Just a temporary period, turbulent period of teenage. But here it's talking about any jiva was initially avyakta. We say we were in the womb of the mother. But before that, where was the jiva? Floating around. So maybe some loka, Chandraloka, Suryaloka, we don't know. Or in a different yuga, in a different birth. Avyaktadini bhutani. Then vyakta madhyani. Now there is a certain allotted lifespan and vyaktam ho gaya, is appeared, taken birth. Then after nidhanam, nidhanam is when the prarabdha is over and when the final moment has come, again avyaktam. Avyakta means the subtle shariram also we cannot see. It departs from the physical body. Yeah, and we don't know when it will take birth again and where and which family. Again, we don't know. So, tatra ka paridevana, tasmin vishaye. So, with regard to this matter, tatra ka paridevana, why are you grieving? It is a whole cyclic process, Arjuna, from unmanifest to manifest and again to unmanifest. So, this is like, imagine the life, everyone's life is like an arrow. Yeah. Now, imagine the arrow being shot and it is coming from a dark source. Then it is moving through a lighted room and then again disappears into the dark. This is our life. Our current Janma is like one page in the book of life. Yeah. There are many more chapters. Yeah. So that arrow is avyaktam in the beginning, then vyaktam in the middle, avyaktam again in the end, after the end. So then what is visible is only our current birth. That is why Adi Shankaracharya in the Bhajagovindam, says in one verse, Kate Kanta Kaste Putraha Kasyatvam Ka Kuta Ayataha. Your Kanta, your beloved wife and your son, whom are you calling your beloved? Did you know them before you came together? Or where were they before? Where did you come from and where are you going? Have you ever asked these questions? Hey Bhrataha, Adi Shankaracharya talks in one verse. So again and again, this is Krishna's standpoint that there's only change of costumes and coming and going is there, just like Shakespeare. Shakespeare said that life is but a drama. Actors appear on the stage and they play their roles and they read out their scripts and then they go back to the green room and change with a different costume and come back for the next act. Yeah. So some people say Shakespeare has borrowed it from the Vedas. It can be very, very true. All Shakespeare and all these modern authors and psychologists and philosophers, all I'm sure have found inspiration from the Gita and our Puranas and Vedas. So that is this verse number 28. Avyaktadini bhutani vyaktamadhyani bharata avyakta nidhananyeva tatra ka paridevana. So, this death topic continues to be somewhat of a taboo. But the more comfortable we are about this, then only we'll be able to live every moment consciously. Yeah, that is very, very important. We need not brood about the fact, oh my God, I'm going to die one day. How will I die? No. Having trust in Ishvara. Ishvara will manifest as that moment also. Yeah. Now let's go to 29. Now 29, notice the change in the meter and this shloka is again lifted directly from Katha Upanishad. Ascharyavat pashyati kaschidinam Ascharyavat vadati tathaiva chanyaha Ascharyavat chainamanya shrunoti श्रुत्वाप्येनं वेद न चैव कश्चित् येनं वेद आश्चर्यवत् पश्यति कश्चिदेनम् आश्चर्यवत् वदति तथैव चान्यः आश्चर्यवत् चैनमन्यः शृणोति श्रुत्वाप्येनं वेद न चैव कश्चित्. So this shloka is going to talk about 4 wonders. No? We all know 7 ancient wonders are there, 7 modern wonders. But here, Gita presents 4 wonders, Ascharyas. What are they? Ascharyavat pashyati kaschit. One person, hears about the Atma as such a wonder. Then, enam ascharyavat vadati tatha eva cha anya. Another one talks about the Atma as a wonder. Then ascharyavat cha enam anyah shrinoti. The third wonder is somebody is actually listening to the Atma. And the fourth is, even after listening to the glory of the Atma, na veda cha eva. One does not understand. Okay. So what are the 4 wonders again? So you see, at some point, did we not gain some insight about the Atma? We started doing what? Nitya, Anitya, Vastu Viveka. What is temporary, what is permanent, and the one who has gained the insight about Atma. Atma is Ajaha, Amritaha, Shashvataha, Puratanaha, Sanatanaha. And all along, I thought I was this perishable body, mind, sense complex, 5 feet, 4 inches tall, Hindu, Indian, with this born under this Gotra, this Nakshatra. But then suddenly, I get an insight. There is something more to what I perceive, Atma. That is the first wonder. Ascharyavat pashyati kaschitenam. Some one person, a rare person, pashyati, perceives. Then the second wonder is there is an acharya or a guru who vadati, who talks about the Atma as a wonder. Now we have seen earlier one nama for Atma, which is aprameyaha. That is, Atma is not available for description, conceptualization. It's not available for our Pancha Pramanas. Yeah. Then when something is not available for words, how can a guru unfold the Atma Tattvam? Is that not a wonder? That's the second wonder. So the guru, unfolds the Atma Tattvam not as Vachyartha, literal meaning, because it's not an object, but it is the implied meaning. So how the guru makes our mind turn inwards and grasp this Ati Sukshma Tattvam, that is Atma, is indeed the second wonder explained here. What is the third wonder? All of you, students. Ascharyavatcha enam anyah shrinoti. Yeah, the student who has the punyam to want to listen to the Atma topic, yeah, who has an open mind and commitment and shraddha, and is that not a wonder that one is receiving this knowledge? That is the third wonder. Fourth wonder is Shrutva api enam na veda cha eva kaschid. So there will always be quite a lot of people, even after listening and doing Shravanam for years, they do not get it. Yeah. Many students would come to Puja Swamiji also and say, Swamiji, Puriyara mari irukku. We are, I feel we keep on listening, but we're not getting it, Swamiji. Swamiji will say, do more Shravanam, do more Shravanam. Continue. So why does that happen? Why does one not get it? The mind is not ready. As simple as that. So in Tattva Bodha, we have seen in great detail, what are the 4-fold qualifications of a student of Vedanta. Who is qualified to study Atma Bodha, Gita and Vedanta Upanishads? Is the one who has the 4 Ds. First D, discrimination, dispassion, the 6-fold disciplines, Shamadhamadi disciplines, and desire for moksha. Now, does not mean we have to be perfect in all of them. Even if we just have Shraddha, Shraddha means I have an open mind. Let me see what my Guru says. Then what does the Gita say? Shraddhavan labhate jnanam. All the others will fall into place. Mumukshutvam will be upgraded and Viveka, Vairagyan, everything will come. But Shraddha is very, very important. So here it is said that there are people who we may also have asked, we may have asked our friends and colleagues, come, Swami Amma is starting a Gita class, come and attend. Are they ready to come? Maybe some of them did attend, yeah, but then there is no staying power because the mind has too many priorities and commitment for many other things, yeah. I'm sure we all also have. We have a commitment towards our health, profession, and family time has to be there, hobbies, all are important. But if I give the Gita study the last priority or dekhenge, if I have time, that is not going to happen. So the Gita study will improve all the other spheres. Yeah, it will improve relationships, improve the quality of your professional life. Then the parenting will be easier, everything else. See that Narada Muni, Devarshi Narada Muni, we know who was competent in 64 kalas, it is said. Bhuta Vidya, Preta Vidya, Shastra Vidya, all these Vidya, astronomy, grammar, and so on. But despite being such a learned person, he is sad. And with a sorrowful mind, he goes to Sanat Kumara, one of the mind-born sons of Brahmadev, and says, I am sad. So what does Sanat Kumara say? All this apara vidya that you've gained, all these achievements, they're all the trailing zeros. Atmavit shokam tarati. Now, gaining the paravidya, Atma Jnanam, alone one can cross over the sorrow. That is a significant one that will give value to all the zeros. Yeah. So that's a very famous mantra in the Chandogya Upanishad. Atmavit shokam tarati. Same thing Krishna is telling here. Panditaha na anushojanti. Do not grieve. So this Atma Brahma is a wonder all the way. So Atma topic itself is a wonder. The one who teaches it is a wonder. The one who studies and listens to it is a wonder. And even the one who does not gain or understand it is also a wonder. Yeah, because he or she will understand it at some later point of time. And remember, I told you there is a Yaksha Prashna. Yaksha Prashna is another jewel like text appearing in the Mahabharata Itihasa, where Yudhishthira, has to answer 100 questions posed by the Yaksha to revive his brothers who are unconscious. And this Yaksha, the Devata, asks one question. What is the greatest wonder in the world? And Yudhishthira answers beautifully all the questions, and including this one. It says, the greatest wonder is every day people are leaving this Mrityaloka and joining the majority and departing. But one thinks that one is here forever. One thinks one will not go. Yeah. Is this not a wonder? So that is about the wonders. Let's chant this. This is, as you've noticed, in Trishtuk meter. आश्चर्यवत् पश्यति कश्चिदेनम् आश्चर्यवत् वदति तथैव चान्यः आश्चर्यवच्चैनमन्यः शृणोति श्रुत्वाप्येनं चैव कश्चित्. Next one is back to Anushtup. Dehi nityamavadhyoyam देहे सर्वस्य भारत तस्मात् सर्वाणि भूतानि न त्वं शोचितुमर्हसि देहि नित्यमवद्योऽयं देहे सर्वस्य भारत तस्मात् सर्वाणि भूतानि न त्वं शोचितुमर्हसि. Dehi Nityam. Avadhyah ayam dehe sarvasya he bharata. Tasmat sarvani bhutani natvam shochitum arhasi. The second line is repeated, no, for a few shlokas. So addressing Arjuna as Bharata, Krishna says, continues the same topic, Atma topic, that this Dehi, the Dehi is the indweller, the Jiva, the tenant occupying this body apartment, Shariri. This Dehi is Nityam. Nityam is permanent one, Yeah, there is no death for the Dehi. Avadhyaha. Avadhyaha we saw earlier also. Avadhyaha means it cannot be destroyed. None of the weapons can destroy. Nainam chindanti shastrani. We saw that shloka. Nothing can destroy this Dehi Shariri. Then Ayam Dehi Sarvasya Bharata. And how many Dehis are there? How many Atmas? One Atma. Yeah. So Dehi Sarvasya Bharata. So see, really, Atma is one, like space. Right? But when we build walls, we have as though many spaces. So that is how we have to understand. There are many Jivatmas, no doubt, but really there is only one Atma. That is meant here. Sarvasya Dehe, in every body, there is Ayam Atma. There is this Atma which is Avadhyam, yeah, which is Amrityuhu, which is Nityam. Okay? Hey Bharat. Tasmat sarvani bhutani natvam shochitum arhasi. So again and again, Krishna is pointing that sukshma drishti, that, appearances are only on the surface, but you look beyond the nama rupa appearances and see the nityam avadhyam atma, which is there in all the bodies, which is the same samam brahma in all the bodies. So, yet there is we all experience sadness. Just because Krishna says don't be sad, we are not going to stop being sad. There are occasions where there is grief. When we see our relatives, our friends aging, and then we know that we will not have them around for much longer. It makes us sad. No, it makes everyone sad. So sadness or shoka is one of the navarasas. And you know how beautifully the navarasas are portrayed in the Ramayana, Valmiki Ramayana. How beautifully Rama shows Shauryam, Bhayam, all this, Shoka, Viryam, all that. But what is the underlining rasam, underlining all the navarasas? It is said it is Shanta rasa. That is, even when I am sad or anxious or troubled, So there is something even beyond that, that is the Shanta Ananda rasam. Because I can observe my sadness, is it not? It becomes an object of my awareness. It is drishyam. So when I change the thought or when somebody comes, then I'm taken away from that moment, right? Then I'm not that sad anymore. So sadness is an emotion, it is a drishyam, and I'm able to objectify it. Yeah. So it is temporary. It comes and it can go also. That is why very beautiful in our culture, we have a 10-day mourning period, no? So why do we have that? We perform rituals and all that. For us also to come to terms with the loss. Then it ends in a happy rasa, Shubha Swikaram, when we are happily given out the send-off, and then the Jivatma is left and ready to, go wherever destiny takes. Then we also move on in life. So there is the coming to terms of sadness. And yeah, so we also empathize with the people who have lost and say what a nice person he was. No, this is all part of the culture. Yeah, we do sympathize, but at the same time, we don't want to lose sight of that Nityam Avadyam, I am Atma. Okay. Next verse. Now, Now the Atma topic has finally ended. So now Krishna is going to, come back to the topic of Swadharma. Swadharma, that is coming back to the situation where Arjuna is unable to face his Kshatriya dharma. Swadharmamapi chavekshya न विकम्पितुमर्हसि धर्म्याद्धियुद्धात् श्रेयोऽन्यत् धर्म्याद्धियुद्धात् श्रेयोऽन्यत् क्षत्रियस्य न विद्यते स्वधर्ममपि चावेक्ष्य न विकम्पितुमर्हसि धर्म्याद्धियुद्धात् श्रेयोऽन्यत् क्षत्रियस्य न विद्यते. See, both Krishna and Arjuna are or were grihasthas and kshatriyas. No, Krishna is Dwarakanath and he belongs to the Kuru clan. Arjuna. So, swadharmam api cha avekshya. Now, Krishna steps down from that adhyatmika drishti of Atma and comes to the social angle. He says, what about the Laukika situation? Are you aware of this Laukika situation? Swadharmam api cha avekshya na vikampitum arhasi. Dharmyat hi yuddhat shreyaha anyat kshatriyasya na vidyate. So, what does Krishna say here? Swadharma. What is Swadharma? That which is to be done at this time and place by me. So if you have children, upbringing is my Swadharma. So in modern times, it is just role playing. Yeah. And we can include some nimitta, naimittika karma, shraddha, tarpana, and all that. But in other yugas, this Swadharma was very well defined by the Varnashrama system. The Varnashrama is the Vedic system which allows the jiva to blossom beautifully by entering an ashrama, exiting, entering the next, and so on. And every ashrama, brahmacharya and grihastha, vanaprastha, sannyasa, one is expected to behave in a certain way. Sannyasa, of course, renunciate, has no duties, no responsibilities. But all the other three, there's something to be done. And as for the ashrama, the varna was defined. And that defined the Swadharma. So a lot more details will be covered in chapter 4, where Krishna has said, Chatur Varnyam Maya Srishtam Gunakarma Vibhagashaha. That is, the Swadharma is as per the mindset by the guna and not necessarily by janma. So the mind that is fit for a certain activity would be matched with that activity. There was a natural alignment in the Vedic scheme. Yeah, like today we say, unskilled labor, skilled labor. Yeah, so the mind that is more fit for skilled labor, they become managers and marketing professionals, whatever. Unskilled will be doing the physical activity, the peons and the waiters. But there is nothing inferior or superior about this. The Swadharma was earlier defined by the Varnashrama system. So according to that, the Kshatriya, Arjuna is a Kshatriya, he has to uphold the law and order, yeah, and he cannot say no. That is the first slide. Swadharmam api cha avekshya. Look at your own duty standpoint. Avekshya. Na vikampitum arhasi. You cannot do kampanam. You cannot hesitate and tremble. Yeah. Remember, Arjuna is not hesitating out of fear, but out of karuna, compassion. Yeah. Compassion has weakened his heart. Yeah. Then dharmyat hi yuddhat shreyaha anyat kshatriyasya na vidyate. This Mahabharata was called a dharma yuddha. Yeah? They are demanding their rightful share back. It's not a war, an aggressive war, where you want to conquest for your power hungry, like we see today. Dharma Yuddha. So here Krishna says Dharmya. Dharmya means as per Dharma. This is a Dharma Yuddha. Dharmyat hi yuddhat. Other than this Dharma Yuddha, Anyat Shreyaha Kshatriyasya na vidyate. There is nothing greater for a Kshatriya than to uphold the law and order in the situation of a Dharma Yuddha. So this is your chance, Arjuna, golden opportunity to display your fantastic skills you built up in the forest exile period. And also he got weapons from Shiva himself, no? And these are mantra powered. He's been waiting for this moment. And now, what has happened to you, Arjuna? This is a Dharma Yuddha, not a power struggle. So now is the time to display your role, be a role model, and you are the only person who can win for the Pandavas. You are the trump card, and everybody is looking up to you. So look, see, Swadharma is the Vishesha Dharma, specific duties that we all have to perform in a certain occasion. Yeah. So the brahmachari has to, study well and get the knowledge of dharma. Dharma, viveka should be there. Grihastha has responsibilities and duties towards all the other ashramas. Vanaprastha has to slowly detach. Yeah, detach from family life, from society, and do more upasana related karmas. And then finally, sannyasis are just purely devoted to Shravanam. Yeah, Shravanam, that is. So here, Krishna is saying a Kshatriya should accept the challenge and not hesitate. Yeah, and this is the best marga for you. So see how Krishna has unfolded the vision first. Yeah, but then we can't jump to the vision directly. So there is a marga, and that marga is going to be talked about in detail. That is the Karma Yoga Marga or Buddhi Yoga, also another name. That doing what is to be done, one will gain the highest in life. Yeah? You take anyone, homemaker, professional, everybody can prove their worth, their competence. Yeah, and that is the way is destined for the ultimate freedom or moksha. So let's chant this again. स्वधर्ममपि चावेक्ष्य न विकम्पितुमर्हसि धर्म्यात् युद्धात् श्रेयोऽन्यत् क्षत्रियस्य न विद्यते यदृच्छया चोपपन्नं स्वर्गद्वारमपावृतं सुखिनः क्षत्रियाः पार्थ लभन्ते युद्धमीदृशम् यदृच्छया चोपपन्नं स्वर्गद्वारमपावृतं सुखिनः क्षत्रियाः पार्थ लभन्ते युद्धमीदृशम्. Then Krishna is now going to convince Arjuna in the next 6-7 shlokas to perform his swadharma. So here Krishna says, Yadrichaya cha upapannam swargadvaram apavritam. Arjuna, this situation has come by chance. Yadrichaya. Chance means what? There is no chance. There is only prarabdham. Yeah, daivam, destiny. Destiny has presented the situation before you. Yeah, upapannam. And what else? Now Krishna says the door to a heaven called Veera Swarga is open now. Swarga dwaram apavritam. It is open for you. So Sukhinaha Kshatriyaha means the fortunate warriors and the Kshatriyas. Hey Partha, son of Pritha, labhante yuddham idrisham. This kind of dharma yuddha only fortunate warriors will get, like you. So do not throw away this opportunity. Remember, it's a win-win situation. How? See, in those days, one could not retreat anyway. Either one fought and won or fought and defeated. But if the warriors are defeated, there is a Veera Swarga for them. And if you win, the kingdom is there for you. So Krishna's argument is this. Yeah. So you cannot move back. Yeah. And earlier on in chapter 1, if you remember, Arjuna had argued that if I fight the war, I will go to Naraka. And now Krishna says, no, on the contrary, there is a Veera Swarga, special Swarga destined for you. So let us quickly look at the few more shlokas, which are very simple and same topic. यदृच्छया चोपपन्नं स्वर्गद्वारमपावृतं सुखिनः क्षत्रिया पार्थ लभन्ते अथ चेत्त्वमिमं धर्म्यं सङ्ग्रामं न करिष्यसि ततः स्वधर्मं कीर्तिं च हित्वा पापमवाप्स्यसि अथ चेत् तु इमं धर्म्यं संग्रामं न करिष्यसि ततः स्वधर्मं कीर्तिं च हित्वा पापम अवाप्स्यसि. So Krishna says, Arjuna, if you refuse to engage in this battle, yeah, which is your dharma, atha chet tu imam dharmyam sangramam na karishyasi, then you know what is lost? Swadharmam you are neglecting. Yeah, you are neglecting and you will lose kirti, fame. Yeah, and what you will also incur papam. You know, there is a special papam called pratyavaya papam. Pratyavaya papam is the papam one incurs when one neglects one's duty. So what this really means is that, see, if we don't do what is to be done, then in that time, what will we do? We will do something else. Like children, you know, teenagers have exams, let's say. But instead of focusing on preparing for the exams, they'll be watching reels on YouTube. Yeah, that is the pratyavaya papa. If you do something that is not to be done, then that has a negative impact on the mind. So if Arjuna retreats from the battle, then he is not going to remain peaceful later. Yeah, the feelings of revenge will still be brimming in his mind. So Krishna says, you know, get over this dharmyam yuddham right now, do not neglect, and you will get the Veera Swarga. And fortunately, you know, this did not happen. Arjuna did fight the war. And that is why today, you know, we find so many boys are named Arjun. And then there is the Arjun Award also in sports, I think, no? Like that. 34. अकीर्तिञ्चापि भूतानि कथयिष्यन्ति ते व्ययां सम्भावितस्य च कीर्तिः मरणादतिरिच्यते. Together, अकीर्तिञ्चापि भूतानि सम्भावितस्य च कीर्तिः मरणादतिरिच्यते. अकीर्तिं च अपि भूतानि कथयिष्यन्ति ते अव्ययाम्. Avyayam means endlessly, that which does not end. Here it means that if you do so, if you refuse to engage in battle, avyayam, endlessly, you know, all these maharathis, no, all these bhutani, they will defame you. Akirtim chavi bhutani kathayishanti. They will say, oh, that Arjuna, the great warrior, they will gossip, ran away, you know, frightened by the sight of Duryodhana. Then Sambhavitasya, for such an honorable status that you have, Arjuna, Akirtihi Maranadati Richate. This loss of fame, is it not worse than death? It is worse than death. You know, as they say, when wealth is lost, something is lost. Health is lost, something more is lost. But when character, name, fame is lost, everything is lost. Yeah. So, Sambhavitasya cha akirtihi maranadati richyate. So, do not swerve from the duty. Then the next two verses, the next three, 35, 36 and 37, the same thing is said here. How these great, the public and the people, you know, you will fall, sink in their eyes. Yeah. You who were regarded highly as a great warrior, protector of Kshatriya Dharma, now, you know, their opinion is going to change. And then Laghavam yasyasi. You will gain lightness. Yeah, that means you will lose your merit. Yeah, you who are Swarga returned, your fame has reached the Devalokas. But if you do not live up to your Swadharma, this is going to happen. So your enemies will lash out and they will utter avacha shabdan, unutterable things about you. And what can be more painful than that? So again and again, Krishna is reminding that if you are killed, then you get a Svargaloka. And if you win, then there is this kingdom waiting for you. So, na vikampitum arhasi, na shochitum arhasi. Do not grieve. Then from 38th verse onwards, Krishna is going to talk about Karma Yoga. Yeah. So see how Bhagavan explains the two angles. One is the Adhyatmika Drishti, gives a vision of the Upanishads. Yeah, that is Paramarthika. Then Laukika, the social angle. And how to balance both. Yeah, one has to do what is to be done. So the message here is following one's own Swadharma, we gain the highest in course of time. And so then now after this section, now with this 37th shloka, the Sankhya topic is over. Then 38 onwards, we find the Karma Yoga topic comes and how to do what is to be done. How can I engage in action? Yeah, when there is, how can I engage in action which will not bind me? And so that is where Krishna is going to talk about Prasada Buddhi, Ishvara Arpanam, and Karmani Eva Adhikarahate, and all that. That comes under Karma Yoga from 38, 39 verses. And in the end, the nature of the jnanis, the prajna. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vishishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.